we are in Paso Robles, name of the town, right? And Paso Robles, a signature Sun RV resort. So this was rated one of the top RV parks in California. So this will be a nice change of pace from the last few that we've been to. And I think this is brand new. I think they just built it in the past year or so.
Yeah, we're looking forward to relaxing just a little bit this week.
This whole road is part of it. So.
And looking forward to the wine country.
Although this one is pricey. I think it's around $100 a night. So it's not cheap. We're only going to be here for 5 nights.
Right here. It's right next to these people here, under the tree right here. I got the shade too. And she said we can stay an extra night if we need to, because they're not having anyone come in.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay. We're all parked. Here's our spot. I already put a lot of junk out here. Just got to organize it a bit. But we got a little bit of shade under this nice tree. Really nice spot. It's quite empty right now. There's not a lot of RVs here, but just take a quick walk around. Everything's nice and new and well kept. We've got kids' playground right here, which is nice.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte.
So I was flying the drone trying to get a nice shot here, and had it on an automatic shot where it just does a big helix sort of, or a big circle, and I don't even control it. And it didn't get high enough, and it was coming towards that tree right there, back of the Airstream. I'm like, oh, and the sensors for some reason weren't picking up the tree. Usually it'll stop. So I'm like, I tried to intervene right at the last second, try to get it up and over around, but too late. It hit the branches. Then I almost salvaged it because it was still flying. Then it hit the branches again, and then that's it. Plopped. Fell right out of the sky. And I'm hoping it still works. The one issue is this arm here popped off. Now it looks like it can kind of snap on there, but I can't get it all the way on there. I don't know if I have to loosen some of these or screws or what, so I have to go on the internet and figure it out. And once I get that in place, hopefully this thing actually does still work. Otherwise I'm going to be extremely disappointed. What's the name of this winery?
Eberly.
Eberly Winery.
Yeah, celebrating 40 years of fine winemaking.
Celebrating some free tastings apparently.
They have a cave, which I guess is a wine cave. A free tasting up to the first 5, and then they close at 6. So that means we can go to it before they close.
It's a wonderful shop. It's all the grapes. We just did the wine tasting, so we're feeling pretty good. And now we're gonna go check out the cave that they have here on the property. They're gonna give us a cave tour.
This is where they make the wine.
Yeah.
So this is our fermentation room. As the juice comes into these tanks, it it gets inoculated immediately with yeast. We just add a bunch of purchased yeast to it. And as that Saccharomyces starts to become active, it starts to devour the sugar of the juice, and then it expels different gases. CO2 is the main gas that it expels, and alcohol. The process usually takes about 2 or so weeks for us to get the alcohol percent where we're looking for, which is usually about 13 to 14.5% for most of our wines. All right, so after the fermentation process is complete, we'll hook hoses up to the bottom of the fermentation tanks, and the wine is naturally gravity fed down this ramp here to our underground cave.
Ooh, cave, Olivia.
Wow. I mean, when you get the bottling, all the bottling for the year occurs over just what, like a 1 week period or something?
No. The wine is ready at all different times.
Oh, really? Okay.
We usually bottle about 10 times a year here.
Okay.
And during those 10 bottling periods, we're usually bottling for about 5 or so days at a time. So we bottle about 50 days a year here, give or take a few days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, so it's still not cost effective to get your own bottling machines?
No.
Right.
It's really, really expensive equipment.
Right.
They're like millions and millions of
dollars
of equipment. Because it's a very niche.
Yeah, there's not a right.
Yeah.
Look, there's all wine in here, pork chop, and all these barrels.
This just got barreled yesterday, this Grenache. So as we make our way down here, we're about 25 feet under the ground at the bottom here. The temperature is about 69 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's about a humidity of about 75%. That temperature and humidity is natural, and that's the main reason that we're aging underground here. It's about 16,000 square feet down here, and within the 16,000 square feet, we've got about 2,000 barrels. The barrels themselves, we purchased brand new. We use mostly French oak with American oak. An American oak barrel is about $500 to $600 roughly, and a French oak barrel is roughly about $1,200 to $1,500. So
It's expensive.
They are expensive. Yeah, they're not cheap, but we get a good amount of use out of the barrels. We'll use them for about 10 years.
Wow.
You get your most flavor and texture out of the barrels for the first 3 or so years. And then after about the 5th year of use, they're considered completely neutral. And we use a combination of all these different barrels to age one specific wine. The aging process that we use here is called racking. Now what racking is where we'll use those 4 barrels that I just described to you all for one specific wine. As an example, let's just say...
So you transfer?
Yeah. So we move the wine around every 4 or so months. Let's just say it's all Cabernet Sauvignon, but all the barrels are different. Some are French, some are American,
right.
Some are new, and some are neutral. And we'll let it sit there for about 4 months, and then remove all the Cabernet Sauvignon to be pumped back upstairs in the big tank. And then all of the empty barrels get cleaned and then rolled back. And when it's up there, that allows the winemaker to taste it and gauge which direction it needs to go at that point. If it's too oaky, when he brings the wine back down, he'll back off the oak by introducing more neutral barrels, and vice versa. If it's not oaky enough and he's looking for that structure, that texture, that astringent quality, he'll introduce more newer barrels to the wine. It's kind of a dance that Chris has with the wine. For instance, the cab is going to be down here for about 22 to 26 months, and we're racking it every 4 months, so it's a super meticulous hands-on. Yeah, well, this isn't it. We've got a lot more to... It goes all that way, too.
Wow. Oh, wow. Look at this chef's dinner.
They have a whole
Wow.
a whole seating area down here.
Oh, do you guys do weddings down here?
We do all kinds of events.
Wow.
So this is our banquet hall. We like to call it the Wild Boar Room. We host all different kinds of events down here, anywhere from winemaker dinners to special events for our club members. You can even rent the space out for large business parties, fundraisers, birthday parties, even weddings.
Wow.
Oftentimes what people do for weddings is they'll have their ceremony up on the deck, especially on a hot day, and then to be able to come down in the nice 65-degree caves. That's the thing about these caves, is whether it's 115 degrees outside in the summer during the day or 25 degrees at nighttime, it's anywhere from 60 to 65 degrees down here at any given time.
No touching that.
Don't touch it.
So when Gary Everly had ideas to dig these tunnels out, which was in the early 80s, he went to the county of San Luis Obispo to get the licensing and permits, but underground caves didn't exist at the time. So he was actually denied the excavation of these caves. So what Mr. Gary Everly did instead was he went to the state of California and he paid $25 for a digging permit, and he just dug them out anyway. He figured he would have rather asked for forgiveness instead of permission.
Right.
And by doing that, he was the first person to pioneer underground tunnels in Paso Robles.
Wow.
And now we're about one of 5 wineries that have underground caves for aging wine, but we're the only winery that offer complimentary cave tours.
Yeah. Well, that winery was very nice, but not really kid friendly.
Would have been okay.
No, I mean, it was, you know, it was nice, and the kids are loud. We couldn't have wine tasting there. So now we're doing wine tasting at a kid-friendly location. Yeah, also known as the playground here at the RV park.
But we have, look.
Yes, we do have, look, we're gonna taste this one.
Reserva, Sauvignon Blanc. And then we have a special one from my friend in Oregon.
Yes.
Thank you, Jeff. Malbec from South Stage Cellars.
Malbec, 2002 from the Rogue Valley, Oregon. Good bouquet. Looks like it's got legs. Tastes good, and it has alcohol. Meets all my criteria. Here's what I just ordered off of Amazon. A little tool packet that's supposed to be for drones with tiny little itty bitty bits. So I'm gonna try to fix this arm by, I don't know, finagling in here. Hopefully that's the only thing that's broken. What's that? That's a little screwdriver thingy-mabobber. Alright, let's do this. What I really need is a magnifying glass.
No, I can just do it for you.
Oh, you can give me a magnifying glass?
No, I can.
Oh, no, Olivia, turn that back on.
What said the fox say? Do do do, I did do do do. What said the fox say?
Where'd that screw go?
What said the fox?
Alright, well I figured out I can't just fix it by screwing this back in. This bracket here. Okay, just a minute, Logan. This bracket here broke off of this actuating piece. So I don't know if I need to buy a whole new piece here. I gotta go online and figure it out. But needless to say, I can't just fix it right now, which is quite unfortunate. So, okay.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción, yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente. Con una pasión tan fuerte.